Look, graphic design isn't as easy as people make it seem, and for no graphic designers, it's not as easy as putting books in a bag. Besties is simpfortech, your unofficial bestie for everything tech related. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 6 things I wish I had known personally before starting out my journey as a designer, because I feel like it would have made my life easier in the long run. But I didn't know these things, and I hope you will find these things useful. So, tip number 6 is a very crucial one. Start with Photoshop. If you have a system, if you're just starting out designing on a system, please and please do not start with Illustrator, because I started learning with Illustrator, and yes, it's a very good software for design, but it's made my life a whole lot worse when I started learning Photoshop, because basically they have the same interface. So it made learning Photoshop very hard for me because I learned Illustrator at first. So please and please and please learn Photoshop and then ease into Illustrator. Number 5, read design books. I will repeat this one more time. Read design books, because that's where you learn color theory, that's where you learn typography. When I started when I started learning how to design, I actually ignored reading because I felt like design was a hands-on process and it had nothing to do with reading books. All the books that were referred to me when I started learning, I did not read, and I didn't know anything about choosing colors, picking the right colors, which colors go together, which fonts go together, and on the long run, it's made my life a whole lot worse because nobody really emphasized the need to read books. So tip number 4 is, you're not just learning graphic design to just design for yourself. You're learning it to design for other people, for clients. So in addition to learning graphic design, you also have to learn customer relation, how to relate with clients, because man, some clients they will get you up to your last nerve, but you need to know how to um to manage them on the long run. So in addition to learning graphic design, you have to learn how to work with people and how to finish your work process. Tip number 3, this was something I did not know, and it was very, very, very frustrating for me when I actually started doing work. Graphic designers can get creative blocks too. Not only writers, not only artists, but graphic designers can get creative blocks too, because designing graphics is a creative process no matter what anybody says. So you can get a little bit stumped thinking of ideas and stuff like that. Tip number 2, which some people in the design community are going to be so mad at me for, but prioritize your design portfolio, because it's your design portfolio that will get you clients on the long run, and that will get you high paying clients. So for you to have some work in your portfolio, you will need to do a lot of free work, like not a lot but mostly free work when just starting out. Most people will not advise you to do this, but I'm telling you that's the only way you can actually get stuff in your portfolio. Most graphic designers do things for imaginary company. My guess is, instead of doing that design for, okay, you did a brand identity for an imaginary company, why not do it for an actual company that will see the value in it and might want to give you something in return? And even if they don't, you know that okay, you're working with an actual company. So quick question: do you use a smartphone for design, or do you use a laptop for design? So let's get into tip number 1. And tip number 1 is that learning will never end. Learning will never end. No matter how much you know about Photoshop, no matter how much you know about Illustrator, no matter how much you know about any software or anything about graphic design, you will always learn more. You always learn new things, and that's a very mind-blowing part about graphic design. You can never really get to the learning curve that says I have learned all I need to know about graphic design. So guys, I have a PDF roadmap to design success. If you click the link down below, you can get access to it in the description, and make sure you subscribe for next week's video.